Okay, let's just jump right in. What if I told you that you could build $1 million business without writing a single line of code? No, this isn't some sci-fi movie plot. It's a very real blueprint for what's possible right now. And today, we're gonna break it down step by step.
Yeah, you heard that right. $1 million. We're not talking about a little side hustle here. We're talking about a serious, life-changing business. And believe it or not, there's a clear 4-phase blueprint to get there.
So this is probably the question on your mind right now, isn't it? $1 million tech business with no coding skills. I mean, for decades, if you wanted to do something like this, you needed a ton of cash from investors, or you had to be a genius programmer. But what if that's just not true anymore? What if that entire barrier to entry is just crumbling away?
Well, according to this blueprint for a no-code empire, the answer is a huge, definitive yes. And that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. We're diving into a 4-phase strategy that shows you how to take these amazing no-code tools and turn them into a real, scalable business.
All right, let's get into it. Phase 1, find your profitable problem. Now, what's so wild about this is that the very first step, the absolute foundation of your $1 million business, has nothing to do with tech at all. It's not about the software. It's about finding the right problem for the right group of people.
This all comes down to one word: niche. And look, a niche isn't just a small market. That's not what we're talking about. Think of it like this. It's a specific group of people who are all experiencing the same incredibly painful problem. A problem so bad, they're literally out there searching for a way to fix it. The secret here is not to solve a tiny problem for everybody. It's to solve a massive problem for a very specific somebody.
So how do you know if you've found a good niche? Well, here are the telltale signs. First, they have a hair-on-fire problem. I love that phrase. It's not a minor annoyance. It's an urgent, I need to solve this now kind of problem. Think about a small bakery getting buried under custom cake orders via email. Their hair is on fire. Second, are they actually willing to pay to put out that fire? Super important. Third, can you actually find these people? Are they hanging out in specific Facebook groups or online forums? And finally, are the current solutions just not cutting it? Maybe they're too clunky, too expensive, or just plain bad. If you can say yes to all of these, you might have just struck gold.
Okay, so you found your hair on fire problem. Now we move on to phase 2, build your MVP fast. And this is where everything changes. It's time to build your minimum viable product, or MVP. And thanks to no code, we're talking about going from an idea in your head to a real working product at a speed that honestly would have sounded like science fiction just a handful of years ago.
And to really see what I mean, just look at this. The difference is staggering. The old way, you're talking 6-12 months and dropping 50 grand or more, all before you even know if a single person wants what you've built. Insane, right? Now look at the no-code way. We're talking under 2 months for less than 5,000 bucks. This isn't just a little better. It's a complete game changer. It's a revolution.
So how do you actually do it? It's a surprisingly simple 4-step plan. First, you have to be ruthless. Isolate that one core feature that solves the hair on fire problem. Just one, nothing else. Second, you pick your no-code tools, your stack. This could be something like Bubble for the app, maybe Webflow for the website, and Zapier to glue it all together. Third, you give yourself a deadline. Build it in under 30 days. And fourth, and this one is so important, you put a price on it from the very first day. You have to know if people will actually open their wallets for it.
All right, so you've built it, you've launched it. Phew! So, now what? Well, now we hit phase 3, launch, learn, and iterate. This is where you build your growth engine. And the most important thing to get is that your product isn't a finished painting you hang on the wall. No, it's more like a living, breathing thing that needs to evolve based on what your users tell you.
This quote just says it all, doesn't it? Your first 10 users aren't customers. They are your co-creators. This changes everything. You're not looking for their money. Not really. You're looking for their brains, their feedback. They become your co-designers, your unofficial product managers. They are the ones who will literally tell you what to build next.
And that idea leads you straight into this, the growth loop. It's this beautiful, powerful cycle that just keeps going. You launch to your niche, you talk to your users, really talk to them. You listen to what they love, what they hate, what they wish they had, and then, and here's the magic of no code, you can actually implement those changes, like fast. Then you announce the updates, get more feedback, and you just repeat the cycle over and over. That is how you build something people truly can't live without.
Okay, on to the final phase. Phase 4, the blueprint to scale. This is the big one. You've proven the idea works, you have a product that a small group of people absolutely loves, so how do you blow it up into that million-dollar business? This is the moment you stop thinking like a builder and start thinking like an architect.
So what does that mean? It means pulling the right levers. First, you automate everything you can. All those boring, repetitive tasks like sending welcome emails or handling billing, let the computers do it. Second, you build systems for your marketing and sales. You need a reliable, predictable way to get new customers in the door. Third, you stop throwing spaghetti at the wall. You figure out what's working and you double, even triple down on it. And finally, you get real about what you're not good at, and you hire people who are.
And this chart, this shows you what that can actually look like over time. Now, obviously, these aren't guaranteed numbers, but it's a realistic trajectory. Look at year 1. It's all about just proving the concept. Maybe you hit 50,000 in revenue. Then, in year 2, you're building on that success, getting traction. Maybe you push up to 250. And then, once all those systems are in place and humming along, year 3 is when you can really hit the gas and make that push for the $1 million mark and beyond.
So when you boil it all down, the entire blueprint is this simple. It's almost elegant, right? Find a really painful problem. Build a super fast, simple solution. Listen like your life depends on it to the people using it. And then just scale the parts that are working. That's it. That's the whole game.
So look, the tools are out there and they're more powerful than ever. The strategy we just walked through is crystal clear. Honestly, there has never been a better time to do this. So the only question left, the most important question, is for you. What painful hair-on-fire problem are you going to solve?